Welcome to our channel, $1 Million Made Easy. On this channel, we run numbers for people, and we use the actual historical returns for the S&P 500 for the last 100 years, which includes the Depression years. We project ahead what similar returns might do for you in the future. They won't be exact, and the resulting numbers are simply a possible range of what may happen in the future. They will be ballpark figures, they won't be exact. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a numbers guy who loves to make spreadsheets and run numbers for people. I've got dozens of spreadsheets that I've made for people, and I just love running numbers for people. This video, I'm going to look at somebody in the accumulation stage. They're going to give me these four requests: your beginning balance, your monthly contribution, your desired increase, and how long you want me to run it for. It's best if we have at least 25 years. I love it when I catch somebody younger, like 30, 35, or 40 years. Let's go ahead and run the numbers for this individual. It says he has, and again, everybody's numbers are going to be different. So I like to run it for everybody. This person actually has 500,000 saved up already, and they can save 1,000 a month. Okay, I said this is unusual, but we want to run the numbers for this individual. And what we do is run it for every single year. On the screen right now, you see, let's see, these would be the 1924 returns going down through here, going through the Depression years and so on. He didn't mention anything about increasing this COLA, but we can do that. If you want me to run numbers for you, we can increase whatever you want. Like this would be increasing it by 3%, but he didn't say anything about increasing it. We're going to go ahead and run the numbers. These are the 1924 numbers, the summary of all these going down through here. After 15 years, you have 1.933 million. Now you can see right there. And we're going to run it for every single year. First of all, I want you to notice the graph for the 25-year period. He wants me to run it for 25 years. If I ran it for 15 years, you wouldn't see you see this kind of a thing because you went up for 5 years and it dropped for 4 years. Then it started going back up and then it dropped again. But in this case, we got 25-year periods. And this is what we find as we run numbers on this channel, that the longer you can be in it, the more this graph tends to go up, up, and up. Right now, 25-year period, you see it's going all over the place. It does end up over here at over $4 million up to 20 years, 4,492,000 right there. But we're going to do it for every single year. For example, this would be 1995's graph. This would be the 2009 graph. You can see it stayed down there for quite a while, and then it just shot up. And you see that over and over again, especially when you can be in it for 35 or 40 years. But we're going to go ahead and update this just to run the numbers for this individual, see where he might be in 25 years. And that's what we do on this channel. Run numbers for people. During this 25-year period, he would have put in, this black row shows you how much you put in for these time periods. He would have put in $800,000. And in the worst case scenario you're going to see for this 25-year period is $3.435 million. It actually is 1929's numbers because that was such a down start to the decade. When you already have 500,000 in there, it got knocked down to 212,000 after that fourth year. Even though you're putting in 1,000 a month, it'd be 12,000 a year. You're putting in another 50,000, that's down to 212,000, less than, but 2/5 of what you started with. But then it came back, and look how it came back, folks. That's why I say if you can be in it for the long run. But this is the worst case scenario, 3.435. The median in this column is 6.858, and the best case scenario is 30 million. Remember, we mentioned that we'd have a range. That's the possible range that we're talking about, using the numbers for the last 100 years, projecting ahead if they do the same type thing in the future. This is the kind of range we're talking about over a 25-year period. I always like to take into account inflation. I always do that in this rectangle up here. What would be the buying power of these numbers? These are tremendous numbers. Look at some of these numbers, 13, 14 million. In fact, 97% of the time you'd have 4 million. 49% time color-coded in blue, you'd have over 7 million. And 38% of the time color-coded in gold, you'd have over $10 million. But what would the buying power of these amounts be? That's why I always take into account inflation. Given a 3% inflation rate, this 3.435 million with a buying power of 1.640. There's 6.858, which is again the median column with a buying power of 3.275. That's what we do on this channel, is run numbers for people both in the accumulation stage and in the withdrawal stage. Again, if you want me to run numbers for you, just ask in the comment section like this individual did. But please restrict your request to the following criteria. I just need one number for each one of these. Sometimes people give me all kinds of different numbers to add up, and they say they get this, this, and that. But just give me one number for each of these criteria, whether you're in the accumulation stage or in the withdrawal stage. Please consider subscribing to this channel. Share this channel with others. Let people know there's a channel out there that will run numbers for them, that give them some kind of idea of what they might have in the future. And thanks for watching.